Welcome to the Multicore Challenge. This is the fourth one we've had, 2013, our biggest one. So, and we have a very good lineup of speakers. Just a slight concern: two of our morning speakers are caught in traffic. So that's why I was so glad to see Jim and David. David says we've got a motorbike like me, so we know we can get places. But if anyone sees Tim Lantier or Anton walk through the door, then shout. So we did actually set out today. There's still a few people to come, but 185. It's going to be cosy in this room. So do get used to sitting nice and close to your next door neighbour. We have 67 people remote as well. That's why we're all mic'd up. And Sarah will be making sure that people are speaking into the mic so that people with the remote connection can hear properly. And today we have 122 different companies taking part from 14 different countries. So hopefully this sort of for us this reinforces Bristol and the west of England really our sort of heritage in multi-core processing. I think someone's said that they can trace 60% of our audience today back to the transputer. So Tony, Tony's questioning it. Actually, I'm glad to see Tony as well, but we might move you earlier, Tony, by the time I think so. You're there. Yeah. So, and this is a theme I want to take up today about Bristol and the west of England. As some of you know, I work on the high-tech sector group for the local enterprise partnership. It's a bit of a mouthful, but the LEP is effectively, you can see it at one level as a replacement for the RDA, although it's funded very differently. And our on that role is to promote the west of England in terms of high-tech and to try and draw jobs to the area in high-tech jobs. And so this type of event helps to promote the west of England and Bristol. And one of the things we are going to do, and we'll be coming to you to speak about this in the future, is Cambridge do a very good job of promoting itself, and Cambridge Wireless do that. And we will be setting up an equivalent of Cambridge Wireless in Bristol. It won't be called Bristol Wireless. We haven't got a name for it yet, but we will be setting up a similar organisation in Bristol, a paid membership organisation, which will hopefully promote Bristol as well as Cambridge Wireless promotes Cambridge. So we will be coming around asking for money at some point. Not today, though. So let's get on with the agenda. So the agenda's there. As I say, we've got a keynote from David May. The theme for this is low power, high performance, and heterogeneous architectures. I think David's going to give us a bit of a history on the heterogeneous versus homogeneous. He says he's going to be controversial, so that's nothing new for David. As I said before, I'm glad to see Jim. Tim, we're trying to contact Tim and Anton. They're hopefully just caught in traffic. And then after the break, we've got Tony King-Smith from Imagination Technologies giving our second keynote on heterogeneous architectures. And then we've got talks from various KTP projects. Jonathan Mitchell and Phil Williams explain from the KTN knowledge transfer networks, but KTP are knowledge transfer projects, and they'll be explaining what those knowledge transfer partnerships, and they'll be explaining what these projects are about. And then we've got some talks from 4 of those projects, and those projects will also be displaying their posters during the lunch period as well. In the afternoon, we move on to our parallel sessions where we go into the heterogeneous, low power and high performance sessions. Just to check this, Sarah, this room is why?
This is 7.
This is 7. Why?
Yeah.
And itching. The post. That probably didn't mean anything to people on remote, but these are the rooms you need to find. You've got a map. We then go into tools demonstrations. This year we've got 7 tools demonstrations that are located around the area. I think for those people on remote, ARM, imagination, and intel are going to be broadcast. And finally, at the end of the day, our speakers are coming together to give a panel session. So please think up the questions during the day. Tough questions for our panel. Now, after the event, the recordings will be available and the presentations are available on probably the longest link I've ever seen. But that link will be sent out to you, so you don't need to write it down. It's a ridiculously long link, but you'll get that in an email.